What's going on, people? It's your boy Phurzaah here and welcome back to my channel. Today we're back with another Modern Warfare 3 Zombies video for you guys, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to secure your tombstone every single time that you guys want to go into the dark ether. I've been getting a lot of questions about this recently. Every time you guys seem to go in there, you lose your tombstone. So in today's video I'm going to cover everything that you guys need to know, how to go into the dark ether and keep your tombstone every single time. And this is also going to work very well for a few different things as well. You guys are going to be able to do this solo or with a team. Now with solo, it is going to be a little bit challenging simply because you need someone to revive you in order for this to work. So obviously if you are playing with a team, then you can just get one of your teammates to go ahead and revive you. But if you are playing solo, then you are going to want to make sure you are putting message out in the chat before you go down and stuff like that, just so you know someone is going to be there to revive you. So essentially, in order to do this, guys, it's basically like setting up a normal tombstone. So you're going to bring everything that you guys want in, or if you have a current tombstone already, you guys can come in game, pick that tombstone up, make sure it crumbles, and then you're going to start from there. So basically either crumble your tombstone that you currently have on the map, or bring in all the items that you guys want to duplicate and want to keep when you do go into the dark ether. So now all you need to do is make sure you have the tombstone perk and make sure that you guys don't have a self revive, otherwise this is not going to work. Now once you've drank your tombstone perk and it's active, just let yourself go down by the zombies anywhere you'd like, and this is going to be the location where your tombstone is going to spawn in next game. So make sure it's somewhere convenient for you to go and get, and it's not somewhere that's going to be a bit troublesome. So essentially just go down by the zombie. Once you've gone down, you're going to want to die out completely and then plead for help. Once you've pleaded for help, that's when the person that's on your team, if you're doing it in a team, is going to revive you, or if you're doing it solo, whoever you ask to revive you is going to come and revive you. Once you've been revived, now your tombstone is set and you're ready to go into the dark ether. From there you guys can do whatever you want. If you have schematics or stuff in your tombstone, you can hand them out and they still will be there next game as you've already set the tombstone. So when you're ready, you can pretty much just go into the dark ether. Now you guys can go into any version of the dark ether that you want to. It's going to work on both variations, whether you guys have a normal sigil and want to go into tier 4, or if you guys have an elder sigil and want to go into tier 5. The method is going to be the same and your tombstone is going to be safe both times. The first part of this video, as you guys saw, I did it with an elder sigil, and in the second part of the video I do it with a normal sigil, just so you guys can see with both sigils it works. So as you guys saw, I ran straight through the dark ether, straight to the portal, just to show you exactly how it works. But obviously you guys don't need to do that. You can play through the dark ether, and when you are ready, then you can go ahead and leave. Now when you are leaving the dark ether, as long as you have set your tombstone, you can just go ahead and exfil as normal. You do not need to alt F4, you do not need to dashboard, you don't need to do anything like that. You can just exfil as normal. So the main negative to using this glitch is going to be the fact that it's not 100% that you guys are going to be able to keep every single thing that was in your backpack when you did exfil. So as you guys can see, we did exfil and we lost every single thing that we had in our backpack, and that's just something that happens with doing this tombstone glitch and going into the dark ether. There's no way around it. Sometimes you will lose everything that was in your backpack, sometimes you'll only lose a few things, and sometimes you won't lose anything at all and you'll be able to exfil with everything that you had in your backpack. It's really random, and as I said, there's nothing that you can do in order to make them 100% stick. It's just really random. So we are going to be going into another game, and I'm just going to show you guys me doing it with a normal sigil, and when we go into this game you guys will also see that my tombstone is in the new location where we died from last game. And in order to do this process again, it's as simple as grabbing that old tombstone that we did last game, making sure it breaks. Once it breaks, we just need to make sure that we go ahead and drink the tombstone perk. Once we've drank the tombstone perk, we just need to go down. Once we've gone down, we're going to get someone to revive us. As you guys can see, we're in a team, so I'm going to go ahead and get one of my teammates to revive me. Make sure you guys don't have a self revive. Make sure you plead out before he starts revving you. Then once you guys have been revived, you guys can go ahead and head straight over to the dark ether, go in the dark ether, do what you need to do, and then when you are ready to leave, just go ahead to one of the exfil sites and then exfil from the dark ether as normal. And in this game you guys will see we actually kept some of our items. We didn't lose everything like we did last game. We did manage to keep a few stuff, which was pretty nice. Now as I said previously, you can do this solo or with a team. When you are doing this with a team, you will drag your team into the dark ether when you are going in there. So if your team don't want to go in there and they just want to help you set your tombstone before you go in, they can do what my team did this game and just simply go and join another team. So then you're by yourself, and then when you do go into the dark ether, you don't have to bring anyone with you, and if they have tombstones that they haven't set up and stuff, they will be safe, and you yourself can go in, do what you need to do and exfil, and know that your tombstone is going to be there and you're not disrupting anyone else's game. So as you guys can see, that game we was able to exfil exfil with a few of the things that were in our backpack. We was able to exfil with an Elder Sigil, 2 perks, and an epic Aether tool as well. So as you guys can see, it does work. Sometimes you guys can exfil with some things, sometimes it's just really random, and sometimes you won't and sometimes you will, and you guys are just gonna have to be prepared for that. Now, one thing to note is that if you guys are wanting to do this, then you're gonna need to do this process every single time you go into the Dark Aether. So for example, let's just say we set our tombstone this game, we went into the Dark Aether, and in the next game we didn't set our tombstone and went straight back into the Dark Aether. We would actually lose our tombstone. You guys need to make sure that you're setting the tombstone every single game that you are going into the Dark Aether, and as long as you do that, you guys will secure your tombstone every single time. And that's pretty much the method in which you guys need to achieve this. It's really easy to do. Like I said, you can do it solo or with a team. If you are solo, then make sure that you are putting it in the chat before you go down and someone has responded to you, so that you don't go ahead and lose all your items, because that will suck. Now, there are a few things in which you guys should know, so I'm going to quickly cover those before we end out the video. The first thing is going to be, you guys may run into a problem sometimes when you enter the Dark Aether or when you're leaving the Dark Aether via the portal. Sometimes your game may freeze or you might get a black screen. Now, if that happens, don't panic. If you're on PC, just Alt F4 to close down your game, and if you're on PlayStation or Xbox, just go ahead and dashboard and close the application to close down your game. When you guys go back in next game, your tombstone will still be there, don't worry. The only thing that you guys might have lost in this scenario would be everything that you guys had on your operator, but your tombstone will still be there, so don't panic and don't worry. Also, if you guys are going to be using this method to go into the Dark Aether quite often, I would highly suggest putting a tombstone perk inside your actual tombstone. This way, every single time you go to collect your tombstone and break it, you have a tombstone perk ready to consume, and you guys can instantly start the process of making that new tombstone in order to go into the Dark Aether, saving you a whole bunch of time. It means that 1, you don't have to bring in multiple tombstone perks over and over again. 2, you don't have to come to your tombstone to get your money in order to go and buy another tombstone. And 3, you don't have to travel around the map to go ahead and do the tombstone Easter egg if you don't have any funds to go ahead and buy the tombstone perk. So essentially, you're just saving a whole heap of time. And if you guys do have a large backpack and your tombstone isn't full with schematics because you're gifting and stuff like that, you should definitely be able to have one space for that tombstone perk to make your life way easier. But as I said, this is only really if you're going to be going in there frequently. If you're just going to be going in there say once a day, then you probably won't need that tombstone perk in actual tombstone, and you can probably just go ahead and purchase it every time you actually want to go into the Dark Aether. So the last thing that I'm going to quickly speak about is the fact that we are using a normal exfil with this method means that you guys can do your camo progression. So if you guys do need to do the gold camo, for example, and you do need to get 100 kills and then successfully exfil with the weapon, you guys can do that with this method while still keeping your tombstone. So it's really good for that reason. I'm going to be using this method every time that I want to do some camo progression, because it just means that I'm not going to lose the tombstone when I go ahead and exfil. So let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. If this video was helpful in any shape, way or form, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. My Discord is going to be a pinned comment in the comment section. If you guys need help with schematics, or if you guys are looking for 6-man groups to take on the red worm and things like that, we have an amazing community. A whole bunch of people play with each other every day, and people are always dropping schematics and gifting and stuff like that, as well as myself. So definitely think about joining the community if that's something that you guys are interested in. Anyways, that's it for me. It's been your boy Phurz. I'm out. Peace. Let it go, make my body go, take our bodies higher and higher.